know which one we should play on this one, I guess. Should I make one character? Well, damn, I better pick the best one for me. Okay. They're dark. Oh, well, we were Sure, I go for Elf. I don't really like anything else. TPS. Nope, that's not my style. That's sometimes my style. Nope. Definitely no. Hell no. Slayer. Nope. Warrior. God, like, none of these classes fit me. Pick mobile warriors and group. Especially a group player, they also run strengths. This is definitely more like my style. But like, am I locked with like a certain character look? Complete? Oh no, I actually gotta make a character. Not pretty soon. Alright, let's make this. I gotta make a pretty lady. I was like this kind of style. Now, how do I go into color? Oh, it's alright in color. Oh god. Are way too. Most of these colors are way too repulsive to the eyes. That's the problem. I feel like this hairstyle would work. So lots of that. All these faces are kind of horrendous. Like, this isn't a bad face. There's sun holder, Jesus. I remember a little like Frana from Final Fantasy 12. This is kind of Franish, except Frana was kind of like more of a bunny character. This one isn't bad. Face detail. Oh god. Thought that was fine. A little determined, kind of face. Kind of like more of an understanding woman. Oh, Jesus. Give her some of the nose. Allison's probably here. Hello, Allison. Or Jen. Not like a super creepy smile, but like a nice smile. Get like a nice little ear shot going on. You know, she likes being an elf, but doesn't want to show off her ears too much. That makes sense. Outfit. Aw, man. Aw, man. Let's let's give her something like, kind of like, hey, look at me, I'm kind of like the show of the town kind of thing. Oh god. I like 4. Enter name. We all know the name of this character. Yep. Don't tell me that's a unacceptable name, you piece of crap. Okay, how about Zoe? Right, dumb. No, not dumb. Just forgot to spell for a second. Zoe. Night. For God's sake. You know what? How about freaking Bridget? It's a long ass name, and I don't want to hear crap all about this. My second favorite character from that series. Okay. If I knew I was going to name her Bridget, I would have just called her, would have just made her Sorcery.
The divine war sundered gods and titans, destroying the world that was. Amid the tragedy, a single drop of hope coalesced to preserve one tiny part. Sheltered from time, a mystical tree grew, giving fresh eyes the power to see the world as the gods once saw it. The world's greatest scholars and magicians came to study the divine tree and protect it. They magically erased the island from mortal records. But not before the forces of evil sent their own champion.
That's it.
You look confused, child. For the Federation. Always happy to talk to the youth. Greetings. For the Federation.
Really? I feel better now.
Busy?
Oh my god. Excuse the crap out of me.
My Zozo!
I wish I had gear like yours. Grown-ups are so weird.
Can you help me? Do you want to play? Looking for me? Oh, hello.
Something important. Make it snappy. Make it snappy. Hey, what?
What brings you here? You're here on business.
Looking for me? Looking for me? Do you want to play?
Is this worth my time?
Beast! This one doesn't have the sight.
Something I can help with. What brings you here?
Something important?
Is someone there?
Ready to help.
Have you seen my friends? Hey, where is everybody? I miss my friends. Is someone there? Have you seen my friends?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. You?
Tired, been super busy.
I know you have.
Time playing. Super busy.
I know. That's how you are, Jim.
Feel bad though when I'm busy and can't talk.
I don't feel offended by it by any means.
That's good.
So I'm trying
How
Tera.
have you been?
Just trying stuff here and there. 3 games, not 2 games.
Oh,
And I'll tell you right now, Tera is an MMO, and it's not a good MMO for the PS4. I'm only like an hour-ish in.
so that's a bad thing.
Snack first.
Well,
Then
no,
work.
it's just like after playing the Elder Scrolls, and I played good.
I see.
I played free free good to play games or free. God damn, you know what I
Is
mean.
someone there?
Like Fiesta.
Yes, I do.
Fiesta is like one of my all-time favorite MMO games, just because it's free. It's not that hard to play. It's pretty easy to understand certain things.
Promise
this
me you
is
won't get
just-
hurt.
This is like Neverwinter, and I actually still kind of like Neverwinter.
I still need to play that one.
Well, the problem is you don't have the internet to support Neverwinter because it's an MMO. If you want to try to, you can. I'm not going to stop you. Oh, talking about stuff. I finally sat down and did all the DLC for Pocket 15. Yeah, they're also really good. Like they tie in the story pretty damn well. And you have like no plans of buying the DLC, do you?
I don't know yet. I might. It just depends.
Yeah, because you know how great that game is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I can't wait for 16.
It was really good.
Now, would you say it's one of your favorite games, or is it still not that great?
No, it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's really good. I really liked it. I had
Snack
fun
first.
playing it.
Then work.
Yeah, how did you feel about Luna Freya's death?
I was so upset. I was like so mad about it.
Yeah. And then you finally get to kill Argon, whatever the hell his name is. Oh my god, that guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I was like so mad. I told Mom, I was like, I'm sending the game back. I don't like it anymore. And she was like,
What?
she was laughing at me.
Jesus, that seems a little, like, over dramatic.
Yeah, it was.
But, like, the guy who played Ardon, or whatever the hell his name is, was pretty damn good. Like, he got that character down.
Victory for
Yeah, he
Valkion.
did.
Who was it? It was some famous guy that actually starred in a movie recently, but I can't remember his name.
What can I tell you?
I don't know either. He was the wrong person.
Yeah. I'm thinking about booting up a New Game Plus mode file just to play the game again. It'd be one of like the only games I felt the urge to just like say screw it, I'm gonna start a New Game Plus mode file. Even though I'm gonna do that for the race if you want to participate in it. You don't have to like record your end because you probably couldn't record your end mostly.
Probably not. That's my stupid internet.
I know. I'm not gonna like. I'm just saying like if you want to join the race, we could just take your word on it because
Victory for Valkion.
I like that game. Definitely a great game. And that's why I'm like thinking for next Christmas or whatever or what have you, probably your birthday. I was thinking like 12 if you like 15.
I would play it. I like the one that I played.
Yeah, well, cause like I'm only gonna buy you good games. I play a lot of shitty games. So I'm gonna just buy you the good games.
Told you don't gotta buy me anything, but thank
I know.
you.
Well, once again, it's just one of those things. Like I'm so sick of hearing myself. I'm gonna do it and never do it. But now I'm actually gonna start doing it. like that, but it's just like undoubtedly feel like they're not constructive. Or in Nox's case, Nox is constructed. Bad puns. Really bad puns. I feel ashamed. I did like the jokes and stuff they did, but not even the jokes, like the subtle reference with their names alone was really good.
Yeah, they were.
Because Luna, Light, Noctis, Darkness.
I laughed at some of them.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who played that game who actually knew that, walking into it.
Probably was.
You didn't know that either until I just told you, did you?
Exactly.
All for one,
No.
one for all.
Oh my god.
Victory for Valkion.
Yeah. The weird part is, like, I have so much to cover now in Final Fantasy 15. Because I have the DLC to do, and I have a lot of, like, theory-ish things to talk about.
I've got a lot to do.
Yeah. Watched my YouTube recently, by the way?
Yes, I have like watched it off and on like a little bit at a time.
Okay. So, what do you think about it? Considering I'm on the
Like
Switch right
before
now.
I go to sleep or something, I do.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the Switch stuff I do. Breath of the Wild. Oh god, yes. It's still nowhere as good
Yeah,
as the PS4, but it's good to play, like, just hold your hands and, like, just love it.
Yeah, I seen you posting stuff about Zelda, so.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you and I are both Nintendo kids.
Yes.
So you understand, like, my joy of playing things with Nintendo.
Yes. Yeah, they were coming out with the PS4.
PS5 now. The 4's been out for a while now. Like, at least 2 years. I don't blame you because your shitty internet keeps you. It's not even your choice. So considering, like, I'm pretty sure 90% of my fans at least see me play Final Fantasy 15 and beat it. What do you think about the Prompto thing?
About
Yeah, like how he was originally like in Niflheim.
I got shocked at first.
Really? Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saw it coming without the DLC.
No, I knew something was up, but I didn't quite know, and then I was like, hey, makes sense.
Kind of hint towards that earlier in the game too, though. If you rest at the inn or the hotel, that's not calling it inn.
I also got Far Cry, but I haven't really played it that much.
I'll probably get it eventually. There's too many games I have to buy on the Switch and the PS4. Yeah. Switch, I'm planning to buy Splatoon 2 because everyone knows I love Splatoon 1. For the PS4, I'm planning to buy Ni no Kuni 2, which I buy because I love Ni no Kuni 1. I should totally buy you Ni no Kuni 2 too. Shoot. I'll get you to play more Final Fantasy games because I think you're gonna like those more. Stupid effing internet connection piece of crap. This happens every time. It's fine.
It's your brains, the internet's acting up.
It should be fine.
All
Yeah.
I've done is brains.
It's been starting to rain up here.
Rains a lot around this time. so it's like.
Well, brings sense because spring usually brings fall. Yeah, like the problem is I want to tell you what happens with Ignis, but I don't know if you're gonna buy the DLC or not. That's the worst thing about it. He uses the Ring of Lucis and he blinds himself because of the power. And like, I still haven't covered the DLC, but that probably shouldn't shock people because I played the DLC super late.
I was trying to figure out like how it happened, so I see now.
I'm not gonna tell you guys anything besides the fact that he just puts on the Ring of Lucis. That scene in the DLC is gorgeous and so frightening, but it's so freaking awesome.
I could look it up on YouTube when my internet
Don't.
works well and watch it.
Don't. It's one of those things you have to play it to like respect it and understand it. Gladio, well, his story should be pretty obvious. Pronto's story was actually pretty okay. I like Pronto's episode. Too bad Pronto's episode like killed me. Well, yeah. Like that's just how it is. Like everyone likes everyone because it's more of a bromance story opposed to like a traditional like. Well, that's what it's called.
It is. I know. It's just funny.
Well, like, it's more of a bro game than it is anything. So it's just like, well, of course, like.
And it's true. It is true. This is funny.
That's why it works so well with Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy has at least had some girls as party members, because Final Fantasy 4 had a love story. Final Fantasy 5 just had 2 girls. Like, every other Final Fantasy game I can think of has at least a couple girls in the party. Final Fantasy 15, minus Iris for a couple of minutes, yeah, not really, no girls. And it works so well because it's such a bro story.
Yep, romance.
Yeah, and it's so weird because all the summons, minus Shiva, are like all guys. I'm already level 10, what the shit? Oh
Yeah,
my
you're talking
god.
about the ice thing? The ice-looking creature, yeah.
Yeah.
Chick, yeah. Yeah,
Which
it's
is-
very pretty. I like that part.
Which is funny because if you study Indian mythology or just know Indian mythology in general, you know Shiva's a guy.
Really?
Shiva in Hindu and whatnot is the Lord of Destruction.
Interesting.
You know my dad is Indian, right?
Yes, I remember you telling me that.
So that's why I know certain things like that. Which also...
I studied a lot of Greek mythology in school, so it's like, I know that stuff.
Okay. On my downtime, I studied Greek, Roman, Chinese,
Children
Japanese
should
a
be
bit,
seen and never heard.
Egyptian a lot.
Nothing can stop me
I
now.
like a lot of Japanese stuff, Chinese.
Yeah. What was I talking about? So yeah, Rama, being the thunder god of the Final Fantasy universe, is in Hindu and I want to say Taoism. I do not remember if there's. What are the Philippines like? What do they celebrate? Like Filipino people. I don't know the religion, so I'm gonna just say Buddhism because that's like the first thing that comes to my mind. Rama is the god of like divine protection, I guess. He's more of a caretaker, really. So, yeah, once again, it's weird. Yep.
really that important.
Okay. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, just like playing through this DLC has just been such a blast for me because I love Pocket. And the online game, which you're probably not going to play regardless because of your internet. The online is really important to the story too, and I love it how everything is so important to the story. I'm still really pissed off that Noctis died at the end just because of how his destiny was.
Oh, I know it's sad.
Well, to be fair, at least they lost their king and oracle, so at least there's no need for Jason to back it. And then they actually do have some weird sequel for, like, the return of the king, or a prequel to the story. Even though they technically have a prequel, but it's a full-blown, like, RPG prequel, which we never knew. Like, you follow Noctis' dad and, like, the other great kings to a degree. Like, don't lie, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I was just saying, I'm kind of bored with this game already. Yeah. Thank God it's free, I didn't pay $80 on it. I still want to do it. I feel kind of like I'm already bored. So tonight I'm gonna upload Monster Hunter. Oh, talking about Monster Hunter. I'm only missing 5 trophies.
Nice. I still need to finish.
I know you do, and that's why I'm like so tempted and so annoying to me. So I'm like, you have to finish Monster Hunter. It's so much fun. Not to mention Devil Joe. Your Monster Hunter is fully updated, right? Yeah. Okay, I was about to say you should have the Devil Joe DLC on now. It's a completely free update thing. And Devil Joe's a bitch. Not gonna lie.
Not sure.
And also, God Eater 3 has been
What can I tell
confirmed.
you?
It's coming out this year.
Awesome.
Which, to be fair, now that we have Monster Hunter, God Eater's gonna be like nothing I'm gonna care about. Like,
Just so excited about it.
I'm not really that excited though. Like, I'm excited to platinum the game just because it's gonna be another easy platinum for me, but that's really about it. Because I platinumed God Eater 2 within like what, a week of owning it?
Yeah, you did.
And then God Eater 1 I platinumed within a month. So it's just more or less like it's another easy platinum. Yeah, let's go friends together, just go like F it, today. Like, I still think Monster Hunter is much more challenging than God Eater. I went to go back playing my God Eater file. I'm broke as hell in God Eater. In Monster Hunter, I at least feel vulnerable. Well, because, like, you know how it is. Like, if you feel God tier, it's just like, what's the challenge anymore? And, like, you know I'm using the engine Hunter, but that still seems to feel very vulnerable.
I still gotta beat them.
You haven't done that yet?
Dying like 2 hits.
Well, you upgrade your gears and stuff, like, you should be able to, like, limit on your gears level up. That'll help you. And plus, to be fair, I need a fire, bro. That's what I need. So, who was the original? Not the original king. Who was the companions to the king then? It was Sid, Black Guy, Far, or the audio God.
Not sure.
And
No one.
game this time, so not too bad. I love how the game is Regis. This guy sounds like a cool name. Ah, crap. Talking about that, I need to finish Final Fantasy V eventually. Yeah. Being a little annoying, but... I don't know if I would buy Final Fantasy IX, I probably don't have the money to put that on. Final Fantasy IX. You know, like, as I said, like, I'm not gonna force you to buy it if you're not really an RPG lover like I am, but yeah, if you want to play more Final Fantasy, that's a pretty cheap one, and a pretty damn good one, too. Well, yeah, the worst part is the PlayStation 1 is now. Oh, also, I'm starting recording on that Final Fantasy I was telling you about. Yeah. Like, the problem is, it's one of the most boring Final Fantasy games for me, just because I don't like it. But I wanted to play it for quite some time now, so I'm just kind of glad I'm doing it. Oh, finally got the chance to play Cuphead in my episode. That was fun.
Play what?
Cuphead. God, man. Such a fun those games. Well, because like, the problem is, I like playing Gunstar Hero and a lot of other like collection games. When you eventually come again, because you know, we've talked about that for quite some time. Well, first of all, we're gonna hit all the stuff that you want to hit, so Niagara Falls, and that's about it. Was it? Well, Niagara Falls is obviously a must, and CN Tower is obviously a must. You're not scared of heights, right? Are you scared of heights? Well, like, the CN Tower is really freaking tall, that's why I'm asking.
If I'm gonna get inside, I like to sleep outside.
I'm also going to do this right now. Don't expect to go to the restaurant in the CN Tower, because I do not have money for just, like, a loaf of bread in that place.
There's places that are like...
Exactly. I'll take you to a nice cheap dinner, something that even I can afford. So, appreciate you. To be fair, I was joking about that with Gargoyle last time I was talking to him, but I'm like, you know what, really, a piece of joint is kind of like good. Yeah, I know, and it's also just kind of like good, like, you know what, screw it, it's at least kind of dinner. Because you...
There's like only one thing I don't like, and that's it.
What is this, like, no one hands?
I don't really like olives, to be honest.
So... Really? Olives?
Like olives and everything else I love, I'll eat it. Or try it if I ever have, but if it's olive, I just don't.
I guess I understand, but I like olives. It's just the weird thing.
Well, other different people eat them, it's not it's on pizza, I do not eat it.
You're like that person who likes cheese on pizza and picks it off.
Yeah, technically.
lot of basic games, like in general.
I can't eat cranberries. It's only like I figured
Yeah,
that out in a weird way.
You're definitely right on this map, but not
Just like take things out of it.
yeah, well, I'm getting blood test done for blood pressure. Yeah. I just don't like getting blood drawn. That's the thing. Really? Maybe because like every time I ever went to a every time I went to a doctor, it feels like there's something in my arm that's supposed to be healing. As far as my experience with doctors is fair. Like I always do away with the like insertion of it because I just cannot stand like looking at it and then feeling like I was like getting straight years.
As long as it's like they tell me like they're gonna stick it, I won't move or
Oh, not moving is no problem. I would stay still and then look away.
It's like just tell me when, so I know. And they're like, okay, I do it. And it's like, oh, okay.
And the funny thing is, when me and Gargo were talking, he said he could easily see us being married. And I'm thinking like, not anytime soon, buddy. Not saying I don't have plans in the future to propose to you. I'm just saying, definitely not now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so earring. Okay, so these all are like separate things entirely. Oh, I feel dumb for not flipping them. Oh no, the gifted child died. I don't care. I truly do not. Mostly because, like, the Elder Scroll games, like, everyone dies.
No bark.
Talking about Elder Scrolls, you played Elder Scrolls once or twice before, right?
I've never played it.
My heart sees you.
I would
Always.
recommend it, but it's kind of like a very long, drawn kind of game.
I've seen people play it and I've heard of it. And I heard it was good, but I've never played it.
Yeah. I'm trying to, and I'm starting to enjoy what I'm playing.
Victory for Valkion.
People said I should play Oblivion and stuff. I'm like, I really need to get myself like a PlayStation Now so I can play Oblivion for a year and not give a damn. Talking about the PlayStation Now, I love that system. It really is a great, like, hey, play PS3 games for like an entire month and you only pay $10 or what have you. I'm like, $100 like every year, that's not too bad. And plus I could basically not pay it and I'll still have the save data.
Something I can help with.
True.
Problem is with the Nintendo system now being you have to pay to play online. I'm gonna probably go to Nintendo before I go with PlayStation.
You're on business.
Except, you know, buying my PlayStation Plus is like $7 a year, which is just I pay it all at once, so it's not that bad.
I need to get a new
Give me a sec.
PlayStation Plus thing. I haven't got one yet.
Well, you don't play games online, so it doesn't really affect you.
Victory for Valkion.
I do sometimes. I like to have it when I want it, but
Well, yeah, it would be helpful if we were to like play GTA or something. Wait, then how do you play Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter
Unable to
requires a
harness the
PlayStation
tree's
Plus,
power, the Argon's left,
doesn't it?
content with
I have
stopping the
PlayStation
divine sight.
Plus. I just have a month of it, so I.
Oh, you
Without the
just
seer's
you just
warnings,
been buying it per
the
month.
Argon assault began in earnest.
Yes, either that or every
The
3 months.
Valkion
just
Federation
depends.
rallied the races together
True.
to defend against
Hey,
the
look,
Argons.
important plot that I'm totally talking over and
But
not giving
now,
two craps
more
about
than ever,
because the core game itself
need
is already
strong
kind of slow and
defenders.
drawn out.
Like you.
It's kind of like Neverwinter, but at least with Neverwinter, I have stuff on the side I could always do. I've been so spoiled with Final Fantasy 15. I swear to Christ. Well, because like Final Fantasy 15, you could do this. You could do the main story. You could do bounty hunts. You could do like whatever you want in a goddamn game, and it's just like, yes, this is the type of game I like. And then you play a game like this, and it's like,
What can I tell
focus
you?
on the story, you dummy.
It's like so boring.
Kinda is. I'm not gonna lie. And like maybe
Games are boring. I'm just like, I just don't even
For the
wanna play 'em.
Federation.
I generally at least try to complete games, even if they're boring, just because I know I put money into them. And that's also why I've been like kind of a trophy collector recently, trying to get 100% on a lot of things, is because I put way too much money into a bunch of things. Oh, we're supposed to fly.
The only game I bought recently was Monster
Far Cry.
Hunter and then Far Cry.
Yeah. God, how old is Monster
These
again? Like,
ears await
it's not even
your
a month. It's been
Feel
like 3
the
months,
core's
right?
power.
About that, yeah. Oh, and since I pre-ordered my game, I got a mug instead. That was pretty neat.
I'm sorry. I wish that I pre-ordered Final Fantasy physical. Like every game I wish I pre-ordered physical always has some cool shit added to it, but it's like shit I would never use because most of it's just like, hey look,
It's like
you get a sticker.
mug, and you like pour hot liquid in it, and it like it shows the picture on it and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, so it's like a
yeah, it's like it comes up the words. It looks like it's cracked all over, and I get so excited like every time I use it.
you get excited over the dumbest shit sometimes too. Let's not lie. Hell, I'm coming to Oklahoma. You probably be jumping out of your car when you hear that.
Yes, I get excited about many things.
God. And now I feel kind of bad because I should have bought you the Royal Edition because the DLC is really good. But then again, I don't think the Royal Edition comes with DLC in it. Is there? It shouldn't. Possibly. Oh well. And that's also like a gamble because I didn't know if you're gonna like the game enough. I was gonna say if the PlayStation had like a gift option like it does like so many other servers and stuff out there has, I would have no problem gifting you the DLC for 15 because it's so cheap.
I enjoyed like the game, so I would like anything.
Once you platinum that game. Not really. It's not that hard. I platinumed it within reasonable time.
You need my help?
The only thing that took me a
my
long
help?
time was Prompto's camera like skill because I never took like screenshots by myself. It was always like, "Hey, Knots, I see a bridge over there. Can we take a picture of it?" It's like, "Sure." Like that was the last trophy I ever
could
got.
fish worse than I can't fish on that game to save my life.
Well, like the problem is, it's just like it's based off how many pictures Prompto takes. Like as long as he gets like, I want to say 500 pictures or something crazy like that, you pretty much have his skill maxed out to 10. But you're not missing that many trophies in
Jesus.
fishing. Because like the only one that's
but,
gonna cause you a lot of
fishing
trouble.
is horrible. It's hard.
Really? Really right now?
Yes. Yes, the fishing. I can't do it to save my life.
I find the fishing stupid easy.
Not really. I can't do it worth anything.
Hold on. Where the hell am I going for this? Gary, speak to the Gary Freelance and Plaza. Oh, I need to go to a plaza. Oh, shit. Yeah, but like, they tell you, like, there's on-screen prompts to what to do with the fish. Are you going after, like, the legendary fish right off the bat? Because you're not supposed to do that until you get, like, a better rod.
No, I just fishing in general. I just can't do it. I caught one fish and that was it. It was for that cat and that was it.
Really? Because I've caught almost all of the fish in the game. I'm missing like 10. God, your boyfriend has way too much time to kill some bass.
Yeah, but I'm the one that's busy all the time.
Well, I want to say I'm busy all the time, but that's not even remotely true. I'm busy recording and doing stuff that doesn't get me paid.
I'm busy all the time with something.
I know, but like, once again, like the only thing that would ever cause you trouble outside of fishing, because you just need to get used to the fishing controls, is probably the Animantoise, and that's like the only thing that would ever cause you trouble in 15, in my opinion. Well, because the thing is, I think one of the first like super bosses you have to fight, and it's like the only super boss you have to fight for a trophy.
Well, then it might not be that hard. I don't know.
It took me like 3.5 hours.
Just to beat one boss? Jeez.
It's called a super boss for a reason.
Jeez.
I also did that at like level 50.
Jeez.
Well, no, because the max level of Final Fantasy 15 way back in the day, like when it was first released, was level 99. And the Animantoise is level 99. I did that fight at level 60. 30 levels under it.
Wow.
And plus the
you ranked
Animantoise...
up really high after you beat it.
Not really. I think the Animantoise fight is only worth like 3 star ranks in the bounty hunt list. It's like 3 or 4. It's not that great. But the reward you get from it is really good. I think it's like a black materia ring or whatever. The black ring or whatever. Like, that's a really good equipment to have. And it definitely helps you beat the other super bosses in the game. Oh yeah, my dumb. I think I'm too dumb. Yeah, I was about to say, if you want, I could, like, basically... Your internet would not handle that. I was gonna say, I could share play that and just beat the Animantoise for you, because I'm not gonna lie, as soon as you get summoned, that fight gets a lot easier. Mostly because the Animantoise, I hear, no matter what level you're on, he doesn't take that much damage. That's why it took me 3.5 hours. Well, technically, that fight was originally going to be a 24-hour fight in real time.
Why would you sit there that long? Jeez.
I don't know. Maybe they're doing the level 1 run kind of thing.
I would have to take breaks and, like...
Well, like, you can still pause the game and fights, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, like, what level do you finish the game off at? You should be around, like, level 60 something. If you did like I did it.
I don't know. To be honest.
Well, like, the problem is, I even told you, like, while you're playing the game, you should probably be doing hunts and stuff.
I did some, yes.
Oh, yeah, well, and
I'm almost level 50.
the real problem is, it's just, like, I could have just guessed what level you were based off, Actually, shoot, did you sleep at the inns, or did you sleep, or the hotels, rather? Do you sleep at the hotels, or do you sleep at camps a lot?
I try to do the hotels, like you said, but sometimes I do camps.
Yeah, like, I guess it's good to do both, just because Ignis cooking skills and all that. But, yeah, no, oh my god, just the multipliers alone help you so much. So, Hunter rank, you're probably like level 5 or something, Hunter rank?
Bless you, Keegan. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't turned it on in a while to look.
There you go. No, I will not help you. I am the one who's going to drive you insane. I think the sad part is people are probably know that I'm kind of an extremist when it comes to certain video games. Final Fantasy is one of those series that I'm kind of an extremist with, sadly. And I do understand that it drives a lot of people bonkers, especially my girlfriend probably, because you guys get the short version of it. She gets the entire like 4.5 hours of me gushing about a certain thing.
Yes. It's okay though.
As long as you don't hate me for it, that's all I care about.
I just listen.
Wait. Who the F is Gary? God, I'm losing my brain right now. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I could see. I actually get upset with myself sometimes just for how much I gush about certain bullcrap.
Things like that, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, again, you're. Oh, I see where the marker is. I'm dumb. But you're also like the same person who talked me into like buying GTA and stuff. So like, we both kind of have our like, we need to press this point, and like Phoenix right the crap out of it. That's a game series you haven't played, and if you come to Canada, I'm definitely making you sit down and play at least some of it. Cause you're not stupid when it comes to logic. Well, yeah, and you're also talking to your boyfriend who's played like, what, 2,000-3,000 games? Yeah. I'm about to say, I know I'm definitely not in the millions. I'm just really high in the thousands.
Yes, very high in the thousands.
Oh, greetings!
Just like the sex we give. Yeah. Oh, that makes me feel dirty.
Don't push yourself so hard.
You said it.
I know.
Not me.
And don't lie, if we did, you would probably love it. Don't lie about
I
it.
didn't say anything. I got brought into it.
I know. Wow, that's great to hear.
I'm here to help.
I didn't give him my consent. He just did it. It's like, that would get me arrested so fast. We're all good chums here. I was kind of upset at the fact that Luna and like they're over 20. You know, just have Luna pop out a child, then fulfill the prophecy.
Greetings.
I was just sad that they didn't get there to like see each other again. That's all she wanted.
That's very true.
City of
And that's kind of what Noctis wanted
capital
too,
of the
and that's also
Valkyrian
kind of what made
Federation
him
and
want to
bastion
kill
of
wanted to
civilization
see
on the
each other, that
continent
was
of
it.
our rune.
And then like when he seen her talking, he cried and he was
We've
like so
gathered
happy
here,
about it.
human,
That's why I was
high
upset. I
elf,
was like, aw.
Aman, Baraka,
Yep.
Kastanik, Popori, and Ellen
give 'em
to
5
withstand
minutes
a menace we
or
could not
something.
face alone.
5 minutes is not
The
long enough for them.
Argons.
Not in that way,
Better than
actually. Yeah.
I wasn't
Across
thinking
the
that
sea
way.
on the continent of
I
Shara,
kind of
our
was.
armies are fighting the Argon threat.
That's why I had to.
standstill.
That's why I had to refer
For
to
now.
myself, not in that way, dummy. I love
But
how
the
the two
Argons
front
aren't the
females in
only
that photo
danger.
have jiggly
Not
boobs.
by a long shot.
On what?
With our
Tera.
army on the Argon front,
Oh.
monsters on our
Like, if this game goes
frontiers have
over some
become
updates
bold,
and it's not as laggy as it is,
They've
I can
plundered
actually
entire
kind of enjoy
towns.
this, but
and we can't
God, this
let
is like
the home front
early
collapse.
Final Fantasy 14. And I actually played Final Fantasy 14 for that 1 month that you get free. I did play it like, every day, I liked it. But
We hope that
No.
the fighting spirit of our
Final Fantasy
youth
14 now,
can
it doesn't
make up
lag at
for
all,
the numbers we lack.
and people know why I don't play
Who
14
knows?
because you had to
Maybe
pay
you're
you
the
had to
next
pay to play it
alien.
every month, and I'm like,
Valek
I would not
knows
have that
we
time to put
could
into that
use
kind of
one.
game. I would love that game, but I would not have enough time to put into that. So this is going to be like, actually, you know, we kind of just broke the tutorial mode. We're in the main story kind of thing. That's going to be it for stream tonight. I'm sorry that tonight's a super short stream, but that's also because I got home like relatively late from a dinner party. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'm gonna go yell at my girlfriend to finally platinum 15. I'm actually stopping streaming because I